Hello, my name is Sarah LaRose, and I have two friends with me today. One is Erin Zonio. Erin, would you say hello?
Hello.
And the other is Safira Bibi. Safira, say hello.
Hello.
Hello. And we are here today to talk about our experiences as blind women who are sometimes in public view, that being on video or in front of people in other ways. So, as our first, I'm going to guide the discussion as our first question. We are going to introduce ourselves and say one sentence about what we do. In the other sentence, it's going to be two situations that cause us to either be on video or in public view in whatever other way that is. I'll start. My name is Sarah LaRose, and I am, in one way, I'm a Braille transcriber, but also I am an author and public speaker. So sometimes I'm on video, and sometimes I speak in front of an actual physical audience. Erin, you want to go next?
Sure. Uh, I I am a PhD student in the Old Testament, and I'm also an ordained deacon in the Anglican Church in North America. And because of that, those two things, I tend to be in front of people, either giving a presentation of some sort or a sermon or reading something. And then other times, I'll have meetings on Zoom as well with, my bishop and things like that.
Okay, Safira.
My name is Safira Bibi, and I am doing my MBA in Organization Development. Um, for me, is two situations. That number one is the current video that I posted on Facebook and that went viral, and a lot of
Mm,
people were doing the like comments, like their responses about my physical appearance, and
mm.
that is the situation that made
That's
us to
what
make this video. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're actually here. We'll come back to that and talk some more
Mm-hmm.
about that. So, actually, that leads to our second question, which is what causes you the most anxiety about these situations? And let's try to kind of keep that to two sentences also, because I have a lot more questions. Sophia, you want to go first?
Um, well, anxiety could be a little too much, I guess. But yeah,
Maybe
I would go with
it's not
concern.
anxiety, but you have anxiety afterwards, right?
Of course, you can say it, but it's more like concerns, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but let me describe this. Like, a lot of people are talking about your physical appearance, that how do you look like? And
Yes.
that is one thing. But the second thing is that why do you look like that? We don't like it.
Mm,
That matters a
mm,
lot because how I look like. It is what it is. But
yeah.
either you like it or you don't like it. I am what I
Mm,
am, right?
mhm.
So
Are
that
these mo
matters.
are these mostly people from Pakistan who respond that way?
Of course,
You're from Pakistan. You said we should have said that from the
exactly.
beginning.
Is like I would not say the specifically like of course it is like they are from Pakistan, but it's a certain part of Pakistan, like
Mm,
because the video was in their language. And
mm-hmm.
this traffic came and they started to, I would not say critique, I would not say constructive feedback, I would say
Mm-hmm.
harassment, I would say
Mm,
bullying, like especially when you are talking about the physical appearance in
mm.
bad way. That's called bullying, right? You're bullying
Yes,
someone.
yes, it
So
is.
that is the situation. And my concern is not only about me, my concern is
Mhm.
about my youth, you know, that how they think
Mm,
like this and why they think like this. And like the biggest concern is the people living with disabilities in that area,
yes. Do
you
you
know.
think
Yeah.
most of the people responding this way have never been around a person who is blind?
I would not say it, but I would say it that they never being around with the person with disability or a blind a developed blind person. You get it?
Like a
So
person who's actually doing what you do.
exactly, who is
Mm,
like competing you, like not a competition, but living the life the way he or she wants, right? And I
like
guess this is kind
functioning
of
in a
hard.
job and things like that.
Exactly, doing a
Yeah.
job and studying,
Hmm.
being by your
Yeah.
own, living by your own, and taking every decision by yourself.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a little too much for them. And they're not
Mm.
talking about that. They're talking about that, like, your eyes are your eyes
Yeah.
direction. Of course, we're going to talk
Yeah.
about this, right?
That's the only way they know how to talk about
I
their,
guess I
yeah.
would say that.
Yeah.
But
Erin, how about you?
Can you repeat your question, please?
Um,
Um,
what
I got
is it
very
that
immersed in the answers.
causes, yeah, what is it that causes you, is there things that cause
Mm.
you anxiety about appearing in public or being on video and things like that?
Um, well, I am transitioning toward well, I'm losing my sight. So
yeah.
it's somewhat new to me, just in the last my journey began 10 years ago. So I think that the things that are new in that anxiety, I mean, I'm always been self-conscious about what I look like. But is my hair right? Is my makeup right? Are my clothes right? But
Hmm.
I think the new things for me is, what do I do with my cane? Do I have it
Yeah.
with me? And where do I put my eyes? Because if I look in one direction, I can actually see them. But if I look
Mm.
at them, I can't see them and I can't read their responses to me.
Hmm.
So that part's hard for me.
Yeah. Well, I'll say for me, I think the anxiety provokers for me, if I'm doing video at home, I go through this whole litany of things like clean this up, clean this up, clean
Mm.
that up, clean that up, make sure nothing is showing that shouldn't be showing. And, if you're sighted, you can go through the whole thing and you can make sure because you know what your camera is going to show behind you. But for me, I have to go through and think about it from a perspective that is not familiar to me and walk it about 5 times and then walk it again. And
Mm.
so there are apps I can use that tell me what's on camera, but
Mhm.
sometimes they're wrong. And sometimes they actually put things in there that aren't there. So, like,
Oh.
sometimes my husband took a picture with the app and it told him there was a white haired lady in the kitchen, and there was no white haired lady in the kitchen because I was upstairs and I don't even have white hair. So, um, you know,
Yeah.
you just don't know. And so I'm always concerned that what if something is in the picture that should not be? Um, and it makes me very nervous. Now, I can't say that this video that we're making will not be photobombed by a black cat who's up here in the office with me. So
Hmm.
um, that I'm not anxious about. It just is, and it happens to everybody. But there
Exactly.
are anxieties, and if
Yeah.
you're blind and something happens to you, it's always because you're blind, never because it's just an accident. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
so that
Right.
that is a feeling that I feel.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next question. Now that we've talked about anxieties and my stomach's doing this fluttery thing, how have these video experiences actually been positive for you? And I'll just let either one of you go first.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is I'm just really grateful, first of all, that we have these options now because it
Yes.
gives me access to things that I wouldn't have had access to. So,
Oh, absolutely.
um, in terms of meetings, classes, conversations where I can actually engage more live
Yeah.
and since I still can see, a fair amount, I can still take in people's reactions,
Mhm.
kind of. So that's helpful in person, which is, I think, better than a phone. So that's probably my favorite thing about video, and that might be everyone with a disability, in terms of transportation. We might all have
Yes.
that in common. Um, but another positive, I think, is in some ways it kind of puts everybody on the same playing field potentially.
Mhm.
Um, everybody's kind of limited to a little screen and what's behind them. I don't know. I think there's a little bit more of a same playing field there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I hadn't thought of it before.
It makes me feel more, in some ways, more relaxed
Mm,
because I'm here in an environment that's comfortable for me. Even though I have to do 15,000 things to make sure that what's behind me is supposed to be there, I'm not in a room that I do not know,
mm,
and I don't
Hmm.
have to figure out the whole environment when we take a break. I can just walk down to my kitchen and get some food. And so, that does feel much better. So yeah. Safira, do you have any comments on this one?
So, especially this video or the video we are making for social media?
Any video. And how has the experience of making videos been positive for you?
Course, there was a time that people were making our videos, right? Especially the media people, the friends,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
we depend on other people to edit for us. But
Yes.
most recently, what am I doing is I'm just using my phone to make these little videos, not like 1 minute or few seconds or
Mm-hmm.
like little videos, like short videos, I would call
Yes.
it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
making it, and I'm making it completely by myself,
Yes. That's an
independently.
empowerment, isn't it?
Exactly right. And I'm just
Yes.
putting my phone in front of me and I am just saying it whatever I want to say. And of course, this way I am just giving the awareness about the disability, right? And also, on
Yes.
the other hand, I'm showing it that how independent I am. I don't need someone to
Yes.
edit my video. I don't need someone to hold phone for me. No, this is perfectly fine. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's I would say the confident. Yeah, confidence. Yep.
That's really true because a lot of people have said to me, I've made it, in fact, that happened yesterday. I made a comment, I'm not preaching right now. And a sighted friend was having coffee with us, said, you could preach on YouTube. And and I thought, she thinks I could make a video, that's really affirming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you all feel? Uh, how do you all feel we bring value as women who are blind to our cultures through media?
Well, that's kind of really important question because I am living in United States and I am making video in my own language, and the people who are following me, they are from my country. So it's
Mm-hmm.
all, I don't prefer to go on video with my t-shirt with because I'm living in totally different culture, right?
Yes.
I am respecting my my own culture back in Pakistan.
Yes.
I go with those dresses, I'm just wearing
Yes.
it and just taking care of it. Hey, I'm being fine with
Mm-hmm.
culture. Am I not am I disrespecting in any way? I have to be
Mm-hmm.
very careful with that because at the end of the point, I don't want to disrespect their culture. There are some
No.
things that you cannot disrespect someone's belief, their
No.
culture. So you have to be respectful. But still, I'm getting those responses and the negative comments on that as well. But I really don't care because as long as you are doing the right thing, I don't think so. You have to be worried about something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think you'll always get some disagreements because part of that is just being human.
exactly. And that's a
Yes.
beauty, Sarah. It is a beauty. The differences are beauty, right?
Yes.
As long as they are in the circle of ethical boundary.
Mm-hmm.
I said,
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Erin?
I think, well, I personally don't use video very often. Actually, I don't, I think the most I've done is Marco Polo with my friends. So, I feel though like, so I don't really have anything to contribute to that. So I'm just being inspired by your all's answers to this.
Oh, but you're on video right now.
right now. So you're very right. I feel I just well then I'll have to think about that my answer and from a slightly different angle. So maybe you'll go next, Sarah, while I'm
Okay, I'll go
thinking.
next. I think that certainly as we are appearing in front of people who are sighted, we are educating them about what we do, but also just we are giving voice to our own opinions.
Exactly.
And besides the fact that we're educating about what we can do, we are giving voice to our experiences, and that is giving people something to think about that is different from their ideas. And if
Mm-hmm.
all they're doing is watching, they're still forming their ideas. They're not listening to our ideas. And so if they're watching and listening, they're forming both ideas and they're hearing us. And so um, they have to measure their ideas against what we say
Mm-hmm.
and think about whether what they see matches what they say, what we say. And if the two ideas are not matching, then they have to think about why do those things not go together and how
Exactly.
do they
Mm-hmm.
mesh those things together.
Yeah. True.
I think, thank you for giving me a minute to think, Sarah. And just to follow on what you're saying, I feel like this opportunity, and I feel like maybe even in other spaces that I go. Okay, so um, I've kind of feel it in myself. Maybe this is a little bit of a putting too much on myself, but I do feel like I need to change the perception that people have of what it's like to live with sight loss because before I lost my sight, I was paranoid about what that would look like. And I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
that most people feel the same way
Exactly.
um, who haven't lost any sight. And maybe even I have days when I'm pretty disappointed about the trajectory that we're on. And so I still have
Certainly,
to continue
I
navigating.
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
I
I can say
certainly
that.
do.
Mm-hmm.
And just knowing that so many people in their lifetime will lose their sight, even if, macular degeneration affects so many people as they get
Yes,
older.
it
I
does.
I want people to know that it's not the end of the world. Like there are
Mhm.
so many resources out there. Um, and also I also want to change the perspective that we are incapable.
Yes.
That
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like that's why even if this is my first video doing this, um, I feel like that's why I would do it. That's why I do it today.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And just to make people aware of what we're up against. Not only is it other people's perception of us, but it's also our own fears that
Yes.
we're up against and our own anxieties. Like,
Oh,
can I do
yeah.
this? Can I
Yeah.
show up
Yeah.
to this? So, yeah.
Yeah. Because there's days that I don't want to because it's too
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
But
But I do it anyway.
there's more to overcome, I think. I have more to overcome now than I used to have.
Yeah.
Exactly right, you know. And
Yeah.
everyone has their own choice, right? If
Hmm.
I don't like something, I don't watch it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That's the
And
thing.
that's really the thing. If you really don't like seeing me, then just turn me off.
Exactly. You don't have to give me, you don't have
I
to
don't even have
remind
to
me.
know.
That's the thing. Now, like, look, they don't have to remind us that we are blind. We already know
Right.
it. We
Yeah.
accept it. We own
Yeah.
it, right? And
Yeah.
also, we know the way living with this. So you
Yes.
don't have to remind me. So
Yeah.
that is the thing that people are doing so hard to remind me that, hey, you are blind. That's okay. Thank you for letting me know, but I already knew it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have two more questions.
Mm-hmm.
All three of us have really, deep religious beliefs. And
Mm-hmm.
so I want to ask, how does your religious belief help you? How does it make you feel about your value as a blind person who is presenting in public?
Well, I would say it, of course, that religion, your faith shapes you, right? So faith
Yes.
has a lot to do in your life. And my faith is all about spirituality, right? If I'm talking about something that matters, if I'm adding a value in your life that matters, like other rest of the thing, like my face, my eyes, that the creator make it. I didn't make
Yes.
it. That has
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with me. And of course, nobody can make it. And there is one that who created us, and we are the creature. And whatever he
Mm-hmm.
gave us, we have to believe it, we have to accept it, and we have to be thankful for that. And that is the reason, and that makes me feel strong whenever I see these comments on my videos and these responses, and I say to God, hey, are you looking to that, right? You are the one that created, and now your
Mm-hmm.
creature is telling me that I'm not look nice, but you are
Mm-hmm.
looking to that because you created. They're not telling me, they're telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if someone created something, you are saying to that creator, you're not saying to me, if I have iPhone and iPhone is not working well, which is like, we have a lot of comments about the iPhone 17 nowadays. So it's
Yeah, but
not working.
we could send the iPhone back for fixing.
Exactly
We
right. We
can.
will talk about the Apple company. We will not talk about the person that who owned it.
Right.
Get it?
Right. Right.
You know, I'm just thinking about my conviction that we're all made in the image of our creator, and that can mean a variety of different things, but I don't think that having a disability erases that fact. I'm
Mm,
still made in the image of God, regardless of if I have sight or not. And
mm,
so that means I look a lot like God in some way
Mm-hmm.
or another.
yes, yes.
And and so when people insult me, they're insulting something about their
Yes.
creator.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
there's that I take into account. And then I also, in terms of how my belief helps me, I think I just realized that God will, he, my creator created me, and my creator knows how to empower me to do what I still need to do.
So,
And with or without sight, I can find the strength in God to do whatever it is that I've been designed to do.
mhm.
Those are
Mm-hmm.
the things that I lean into.
Mm-hmm. I think about all the people when I read the Bible, I think about all the people that God chose to use who were not perfect.
Mhm.
And then God made them leaders. He made them great leaders like Moses, who had a speech problem. And instead of just saying, oh, you can't do anything, you sit back here and someone else will take care of you, God gave him an assistant.
Mhm.
And,
Mm-hmm.
so I think about us being blind. God gave us apps to use and all kinds of ways to do things that um, we are still able to do the things that we have to do that are leadership. And if people don't want to understand that, they aren't listening to what God has given us to do.
Mhm.
And that doesn't mean that God didn't give us a task to do and that God didn't enable us. And so I think that we still have value as leaders and even as women. There are women leaders in the Bible too. And so I am perfectly confident in the ways that God has given me gifts to lead and the value that God has given to me as a leader, as a woman, and as a person who's blind. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I have to say about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
have
good.
one more.
Uh-huh.
We have some differences from each other.
Exactly.
And I'm wearing glasses. And Safira, you choose not to wear glasses, and you have strong feelings about that. And Erin, I don't know how you feel about wearing glasses, but I want to bring that up because it's very strong in the community. The way that we
Mm-hmm.
choose to appear, and
Mm-hmm.
the way that we treat our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And Safira, I want to give you a chance to talk about this with your eyes. Why do you choose not to wear glasses?
Okay, it's kind of really easy. Number one, that I am experiencing, like I would like to know, it doesn't have to do anything with me because it's not impacting anything on my eyes.
Wearing glasses
That
does not help
wearing
you.
glasses doesn't do anything. If
Mm-hmm.
it gives me benefits, of course I would wear it. If something is not giving me benefits, why would I carry this burden on my face?
Does does light hurt your eyes?
Huh?
Does light hurt your eyes?
What does? Sorry.
Does a bright light hurt your eyes?
Exactly. It does, but when I go in sun, I carry my sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. But
But
if your inside light does not hurt your eyes.
no, it doesn't hurt me. And
Mm-hmm.
wearing glasses do nothing. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the reason. And the second
Mm-hmm.
reason is that, okay, a lot of people told me that, hey, you should wear glasses because my eyes are not in balance. They are a little imbalanced, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they were giving me suggestion that you should wear glasses so that would help you to hide your
Mm-hmm.
eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little like it's not really good. Why would I hide my reality? My eyes
Mm-hmm.
is my reality, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
You have to bear it. If you
Mm,
don't
yeah.
bear it, then I'm not asking you to be in my life or in my social media.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah.
go away, right? If
Yeah.
you are there, you have to accept it.
Yeah.
If you're not, then it's okay. But I would not wear glasses just to hide my eyes. No, I would
Yeah.
not hide my reality.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The reason
Interesting.
why, oh yeah,
Oh,
go ahead, Erin. Yeah.
I just I just find that interesting because I don't wear glasses either, except when I only read with my eyes like once a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's because of a responsibility that I have at church. And I have to practice, 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 and practically memorize it. And my glasses just help make because I can see a couple of the words, like a word at a time or a letter out of a word once in a while. Anyway, so it just helps sharpen that one or two letters for me,
Mm-hmm.
um, to help me remember where I'm at. And so I wear glasses then, and then I don't wear my distance glasses because, like Safira, it doesn't help. In fact, makes it actually the distortions and the gaps that I have in my vision are pronounced because these glasses, help refine your sight. And so I think, oh my gosh, so I have all these blind spots in my eyes. And so I notice them more when I have my glasses on. So I feel very disoriented when they're on. So that's why I don't wear them in general. But then I do wear my sunglasses when I go outside. Sometimes I'll wear them indoors if the lights are really bad. I do not like LEDs. They hurt. They give me a headache.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, but I've been tempted lately, Safir, this goes back to what you just said. I've been thinking lately, sometimes there are situations in which I wish I could be wearing my sunglasses
Uh-huh.
because I don't want people to notice as much that I'm not looking at them in the eye. If I were wearing my
Uh,
sunglasses, they wouldn't be caught up in the idea that don't, I'm not looking at them. But then I've had another friend saying, please don't wear sunglasses because I'd be sad because I love your eyes or something like that. So
yeah.
yeah, so I have a lot of mixed feelings about glasses and sunglasses. So there
And
you go.
also, Karen, I do this eye makeup as well. If I wear sunglasses, I don't want to hide it.
Oh yeah, I have
Oh
eyelash
yeah,
makeup
you don't
on
want
a little
to
bit
hide your
too.
makeup. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
love
I
just
that.
a yeah, it's just a joke,
yeah.
but obviously we take a lot of time to do a lot of eye makeup and then wearing sunglasses just for people to not to notice us. No, no.
No, and I don't think you should hide your eyes. I wear glasses because they actually the tint in my glasses helps me to see contrast better. So
Mm,
I like keeping my glasses on, and I
Ah.
will actually take pictures in my glasses because I want the pictures to show me the way that I am in my normal life. And so I want to have my glasses on in the pictures, because if I have my pictures with glasses off, then I walk around with my glasses on. People are not seeing the same me that's in the pictures. At least that's my opinion. And some people think that I should take the glasses off because they um, glare in the pictures. So
Mm.
so I'm kind of two minds regarding glasses on in photos. But I always do wear the glasses in the videos because that's how I am naturally. So that's my last question. And
can I throw
yeah,
something out there? Because
yes,
your
please.
comment just now reminded me of something that video makes me very self-conscious about.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to where to look, which I don't feel as much with on Zoom as I feel like on a little phone video, but in order for me to find the buttons on the Zoom, or because I was just now tempted to like, I can't see your face from where I'm sitting, Sarah. So I wanted, and you, Safira, I haven't really taken in what you look like either. I want to pull my laptop super close to me so that I can see what y'all look
Look
like.
like
But it will
oh
mess up your face on the Zoom.
Exactly. So that is
gosh.
something that is a challenge that causes me anxiety on these on video because I
Yes.
can't see
I can
you as well as you
see.
can see me. And then when I go to turn off my computer, you're gonna get me all squinty looking at the computer and trying to hunt and peck, and you get like from my forehead down, it's filling the screen.
Well,
So
for what it's worth, I just almost dropped my wireless keyboard, and so I just made my face jump in the video. So,
Oh my gosh,
well,
that
I
that
didn't
happens. That
notice.
usually happens.
yeah. So anyway, thank y'all for
Yeah.
being with me, and I have to find my. I think I just lost the root screen. Oh my gosh, where did it go? I'm
Is
just
that
going
what
to
you
say thank you for being with me, and I am going to say thank you to everybody for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this, and maybe we'll do another one.